At 66, Nina Hartley stands as a cultural outlier in the best possible way, someone who refuses to disappear quietly into the margins simply because society expects her to. Her presence today is not rooted in nostalgia, nor is it an attempt to reclaim past relevance. Instead, it reflects continuity. She is the same outspoken, intellectually engaged, and self-possessed figure she has always been, now carrying decades of lived experience with unmistakable authority. Her recent photos are not about provocation, they are about presence. What immediately resonates is how comfortable she appears in her own skin. The images do not chase trends or soften her edges. Nina embraces her curves, her stature, and her visibility without hesitation. Rather than presenting the body as something to be corrected, concealed, or explained, she presents it as fact, strong, expressive, and unapologetically hers. This confidence is not loud, but it is undeniable. It comes from familiarity with herself, from having spent a lifetime rejecting shame and choosing ownership instead. In a culture that often equates desirability with youth and narrow beauty standards, Nina's visibility feels quietly radical. Aging, in her case, is not framed as decline but as accumulation of insight, conviction, and self-trust. Her images challenge the idea that glamour has an expiration date, or that sensuality must retreat with time. Instead, she offers a different narrative, one where confidence matures, deepens, and becomes less dependent on approval. Her influence has never been limited to appearances. For decades, Nina has been a vocal advocate for sex positivity, consent, and honest education around intimacy. She has consistently approached these topics with clarity and intelligence, insisting that open dialogue is not something to be feared, but embraced. The same philosophy carries through her current visibility. By continuing to show up authentically, she reinforces the message that bodies, of all ages and sizes, deserve respect, curiosity, and autonomy. Public response to her recent images reflects a broader hunger for that honesty. Many fans don't just admire how she looks, they respond to what she represents. In a world saturated with filters, branding, and performance, Nina's authenticity feels grounding. There is no attempt to dilute who she is or smooth out her contradictions. That refusal to self-edit is precisely what makes her compelling. These images function less as glamour portraits and more as declarations. They say that visibility is not something granted by youth or conformity, but something claimed. They assert that confidence is not a phase, but a practice, one strengthened over time by self-knowledge and resilience. Nina Hartley embodies that truth fully. Ultimately, her continued presence is a reminder that empowerment does not belong to one generation. It is available at every stage of life to those willing to inhabit themselves honestly. By doing so, Nina offers more than inspiration. She offers permission. Permission to take up space, to reject imposed limits, and to define worth on one's own terms. In that sense, her influence remains as relevant now as it ever was.